Today, from the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, it's Week 18 of the NFL on EA Sports. And the New Orleans Saints versus Lamar Jackson and the Carolina Panthers.
From a city that has hosted 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Carolina Panthers and the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games. On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers. Even with all the games we have broadcast together over the years, partner, seems like every time we see something new and the ball on the tee, we're set for football. And we are underway from the Superdome. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They're led out by the southpaw Tua Tagovailoa in his 3rd season now out of the University of Alabama.
You want to talk about a driven player, partner. This guy is absolutely that person. He doesn't just have goals in this game. He wants to be remembered among the best to play the position, and he treats every game as an audition for that. It's a lofty goal to set for yourself, but we've seen his drive lead to some impressive games from him. Perhaps another one is in store today.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. From the 27, Tua, he'll get that underneath ETN. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Bobby Wagner, multiple times an All-Pro, in there to drop him for a loss. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Panthers under head coach Matt Rule. They'll be led out by the former NFL MVP, already a two-time Pro Bowler in his 5th season out of Louisville, Lamar Jackson.
And I think it's safe to say that, and I heard him say it in the post-game press conference, that was a team win last week because he didn't really play up to his normal standards, throwing 2 interceptions.
No touchdown.
Yeah, didn't offset it at all, but the team found a way to get it done.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He hits his target, Lockett. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And that's going to be... Welcome back, everyone, to the Caesars Superdome just west of the French Quarter in New Orleans. It's the Panthers in control of the football as we get back to the action in the 1st quarter. Now it's Jackson out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A big play there for Carolina. 42 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good...
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Dalton Schultz, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards. And it was the tight end Dalton Schultz on the touchdown reception to cap the drive. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. And some space here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. And they'll go again with Etienne. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And finding the tight end Hooper. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Two now on 1st down. And complete to Drake London. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now a throw here to his running back. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Tua to throw again. And he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the gun, it's Tua. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Austin Hooper. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints are an extra point away from evening this one up. Parkey adds the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it's capped off by the Austin Hooper touchdown. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina! DeAndre Hopkins, 74 yards. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Tua Tagovailoa in the offense heading back out. The returns on the last drive, pretty good. 7 for 7, touchdown pass. Probably take that, right?
I would say so. I mean, when you're cutting them apart that way, feeling so accurate, so confident going downfield, and then able to culminate by putting it in the end zone, oh, yeah, he's feeling real good right now.
Now he'll try to carry that over to this drive. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Tua going to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Tua. Over to Hooper on the sideline. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. On second down, a run with ETN. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Here's Jackson to throw. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. To throw is Jackson. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jackson on the move to his left. Touchdown! Odell Beckham, 31 yards. And the Panthers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
On first down, Tagovailoa. Over the middle, caught by London. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Tua now on first down. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And this is going to be intercepted. There he goes, right side. Past the 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick six.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick six, and then the two-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And some room to maneuver. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Tua's throw into the hands of Hooper. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll begin in the NFC South. Tampa Bay paying their yearly visit to Atlanta. And it's the Falcons who are out in front in the second quarter. Christian Kirk, a touchdown reception. From there, it's up to Highmark Stadium to check in on the Bills. And they currently trail in that game against the visiting Patriots. Calvin Ridley, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City. See what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they are in a tight one, all tied with the visiting Minnesota Vikings. In the game you're watching, we've seen a strong first half out of Lamar Jackson. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front. As we hand things back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles, and I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Steps away. He completes it to Beckham. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he fires one incomplete. So, CD, here we are. You look at how well this offense has played all year, 16-0. Now, in most years, they'd be at home right now enjoying time off for their perfect season, getting ready for the postseason. But this, a leap, and he's got it. He got it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. And they're going to speed things up here. On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep, and they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson from the right hash. This a 31-yard attempt. Carlson able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Hawkins. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Now Tua. He's got his man London right side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to pass. Tua. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Hawkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Running with the fullback, Alex Arma. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Again, they go with a fullback, Arma. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Meanwhile, Tua's throw here pulled in by Galladay. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. The Saints on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Tua sets up to pass it. This is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Drake London, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints get a bit closer. They'll try and run it here. And he is not going to get into the end zone here, although there is a flag down, but this could very well be a hold anyway. So no gain on the play. They'll decline the penalty to not give him the down back.
And were you thinking to yourself that maybe they would take the yardage there?
Yeah,
because
possibly.
I definitely was. But as you noted, maybe they're just looking at the downs chart and saying, okay, we're comfortable where we are.
Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The line to gain is the 33 on third down. Now it's Jackson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Saints are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll look to throw. And the ball is knocked out. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Play action. Now Jackson.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Jackson dancing to his left. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
4th down, here's Jackson, escaping the pressure right. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down, and the Saints will have the football back. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film section in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because They're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it second down. They're going to look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown, Saints! Alex Arma from 10 yards out.
And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
Parkey with the extra point, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Throwing is Jackson. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Panthers look poised to reach 17-0 as they add on to their lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And it's OBJ, Odell Beckham, who ends it with a touchdown reception.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Rolling to his left.
Got his man on the comebacker. That's Hopkins with it.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Play action. It's Jackson out to his left. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Now Elliott. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Ezekiel Elliott with career touchdown number 75, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And a loose football, and it's picked up by the Panthers.
Loose inside the 30.
And the return will stop right around the 25. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth, it doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Carolina,
they finish off a perfect regular season, 17-0.
And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl.
Come and get me.